Welcome children. Namaste. We'll move on to session 13, exercise 3.4, question number 1 and 2. We will take for today's class. Okay. Now, we will be discussing what is elimination method. Till the last session, we saw substitution method. In this session, I am going to introduce elimination method to you. Okay. Now, the word suggests elimination means something we have to eliminate. Are you all understanding? Eliminate means something we have to remove. So, we have to remove something. What are we going to remove? Here there are two variables x and y. So, we are going to remove one of the variables x and y. Okay, it may be x or it may be y. There is no rule that we have to move only x or we have to remove only y. It is your choice. Are you understanding? Now we have got x plus y is equal to 5 and the second equation is 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now, when we have to remove, how we have to remove? We have to remove taking an LCM of the coefficients of x or coefficients of y. Okay, it is always the LCM. Now, here 1, here 2. Obviously, the LCM is 2. Is that clear to you? The coefficient of the first equation of x in the first equation is 1 and the coefficient of x in the second equation is 2. So, obviously, LCM of 1 and 2 is 2 only. Is that clear? So, always the LCM plays an important role here. Okay. So, we will be removing, the variable x in both the equations. While doing so, we will be getting an equation in one variable. If we remove, we get an equation in y. If we remove y, we will get an equation in x. Okay, once again I'll repeat. If we remove x, we will get an equation in y. If we remove y, we will get an equation in x. So how are we going to remove? We will be choosing a common multiple. Obviously, that is the lowest common multiple, namely the LCM. Okay. Now, here x, here 2. What is the LCM? I am choosing to remove x. So, the LCM is 2. Suppose if I want to remove y. What is the LCM of this plus 1 and minus 3? Or simply 3 if you take. It is only 3 is the LCM. So, that is very, very important. Okay. So, in order to balance this, in order to get the same value here as 2x, I am going to multiply by 2. Obviously, that number is the LCM. Okay, is that clear to you? So, first equation, I am multiplying by 2. Correct? So, when I multiply, I cannot simply multiply one term. I have to multiply all the 3 terms. If I multiply, I will get 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. And that is your equation 3. Is that clear to you? Number it as equation 3. Is that clear? Now the second equation I will write down 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. I will write down. These two coefficients are same. So the next step I will write equation 3 minus 2. If I do so, what will happen? So, I am introducing a negative sign, these two will get cancelled. And in order to subtract the two algebraic expressions, we have to change the sign of the number or the polynomial that is subtracted, being subtracted. So, it is the number this is the polynomial which is going to be subtracted from this polynomial. Therefore, I am changing the sign of this. So, I will get 2y plus 3y giving you 5y. Is that clear to you? Now, here 10 and then changing the sign, I will get plus 6. 10 minus 4 will give you 6. Is that clear to you? So, from this I get y is equal to 6 by 5. Is that clear to all of you? Once you obtain the value of y, what I need to do? We have to substitute in any one of these equations to get the value of y. I can substitute here or I can substitute here. So I am going to substitute in the first equation. I will get x plus 6 by 5 is equal to 5. Therefore, x is equal to 5 minus 6 by 5. Here 25 minus 6 by 5 giving a value 19 by 5. Now can you tell me what is x value? X value is 19 by 5 and y value is 6 by 5 is the solution. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? Now in order to be more conversant with this subtraction, and then sometimes you may have to add also to get cancelled. You have to revise your addition and subtraction of polynomials and then algebraic expressions which you have studied in your earlier class. So that is going to come handy for you, so that you will be very comfortably you will be doing this addition and subtraction. Is that clear to you? So after this session, you take out your practice few sums, okay, of addition of polynomials and subtraction of polynomials from your earlier class textbooks. Okay, so that is going to be of very much helpful to you. You can do it comfortably. Is that clear to you? Once again, I'll repeat the subtraction rule. When you subtract a polynomial from another polynomial, we have to change the sign of the polynomial that is being subtracted for every term. Here I have changed the sign for x term and y term, and also in the constant term also in the equation. Correct? That you have to remind once again. Let us move on to the second subdivision in question number 1 of exercise 3.4. Ready? Now the sum is 3x plus 4y is equal to 10. 2x minus 2y is equal to 2. Now I want you to have a close look at the equations and tell me which variable we are going to remove. I leave it to you. We can remove x, we can remove y, that is your wish. So on close looks, one thing is certain. LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So if I have to remove x, I have to balance both the coefficients so that I got 6x on both, first and 2, 1 and 2. Okay. Now the LCM of 4 and 2 is 4. So I must have 4y in both. Otherwise they won't get removed. In the first equation it is plus either side. So I have to subtract. But in the second equation, it is plus and minus. Simply if I add also, it will get easily become 0. These terms will get cancelled. Okay. So what I am going to do? The best choice, some of you are saying that removing y in this with respect to the second equation is the best option. Yes, I will go by that. Okay. So what is the LCM of 4 and 2 children? It is 4. So in order to get 4y, the first equation as it is we can write, or what is it we are doing? When you are writing as it is, we are multiplying by 1 only. So in order to get the second equation with the 4y term in the middle, we have to multiply all the 3 terms with 2. Otherwise the equation will not be balanced. Okay. Whatever change you do for one side, you should do for the other side. Whatever you may change you are making for one term, you should make for the other term also. Otherwise, the equation will not be balanced. Okay, you will be ending up with a wrong equation and a wrong answer. So you must be very careful. So we all have decided to remove the y term first. Okay, so here I am multiplying the second equation by 2. So in the meanwhile, I will write the first equation as it is, and second equation I am multiplying by 2. I will get 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. I number it as 3, and then 1 minus 3. Let us see what will happen. 1 minus or plus? Someone is saying plus, someone is saying minus. It is plus. What I have to do? 1 plus, because they both are already in the opposite signs. So if I add, we will get this term, will get cancelled, and here we get 7x equal to 14. So x is equal to 2. Are you understanding? X equals 2. Now this value has to be substituted in any one of these equations. So you will get 3 into 2 plus 4y is equal to 10. Therefore 4y is equal to 10. 3 2s are 6 minus 6, that is equal to 4. Then y is equal to 4 by 4, obviously 1. Now tell me, what are the solutions? X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So we have to write it here. X equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Obviously, these are the solutions. We'll move on to the third subdivision of question number 1 from exercise 3.4. Okay, are you all ready? So now you tell me, what is elimination method? Elimination method means it is the elimination of one of the variables with respect to one equation. Okay, we can remove the variable in x or y, anything you can choose, with respect to one of the equations. Okay, or we have to take the LCM. Okay, and you have to balance the coefficients such that, so one of the variables in both the equations have the same coefficients, either for x or for y. You don't have to memorize or you don't have to learn it by heart, the method and all. Only if you understand the method, that's enough. Okay, elimination means removal. Removal of one of the variables by using LCM. If you remember that, that's easy. Okay, that is enough for you. Okay, now here I will write 3x minus 5y. I'm going to take that minus 4 to the other side. Let it be 4. This is equation 1. Now the second equation is also not in the standard form. This is the standard form, but we feel convenient if the variable is kept on the RHS. That's why I have written like this. So in the same way, I have to adjust the terms in the LHS and RHS so that I will have the same pattern. So if you do so, it is 9x minus 2y is equal to 7. That is equation 2. Is that clear? Have you understood that? Now you tell me which one we can remove in this equation. Come on, you can decide. That is your wish. Any one of the two we can remove. If you want to remove x. So we have got 9 and 3 are the coefficients. So the LCM of 3 and 9 is 9. So we have to multiply the first equation by 3 so that both will have 3 3s are 9, and then this is 15, this is 12. Are you understanding? Now, some of you might be wanting to remove variable y. So 2 and 5, what is the LCM? Can you tell me what is the LCM of 2 and 5? It is 10. So you should have the coefficient 10 for both y terms. So first equation we have to multiply by 2, second equation we have to multiply by 5. There are again two options available to you. You can choose anything of your wish. Is it clear to you? Now I am going to remove variable x. Okay. So the LCM of 9 and 3 is what? 9. Okay. So first equation, if I multiply by 9, I will get 9x for the x term. Is it clear? So let me try that. 1 into 3 gives you 9x minus 15y is equal to 4 3s are 12. I will name it as equation 3. Is that understood? Now 9x minus 2y is equal to 7. I will write it as equation 2 only. Okay. Now I have to remove it. That means this has to be cancelled. How can it be cancelled? I have to subtract equation 2 from equation 3. So I have written here 3 minus 2 I have written. So if both are having the same sign, subtraction rule is what? You have to change the sign of the term that is to be subtracted. So I am changing the sign, plus into minus. And this becomes plus, this becomes minus. Is that clear? So I subtract this so that the x terms will get cancelled. 15 minus 15y plus 2y gives you, tell me what it is, minus 13y. If I subtract 12 minus 7 gives you 5. Therefore, y is equal to 5 by 13. There is a negative sign here. Are you understanding? There is a negative sign for it. Now, our challenge is to get the value of y. We can use value of x. We can use this equation or that equation. I am choosing this to be the second equation. I will substitute 9x is equal to 2 into minus 5 by 13 plus 7. Now do the calculation. 9x is equal to minus 10 by 13 plus 7. So I will get minus 10 plus 91. 13 sevens are 91 by 13. So what is this value? Tell me what is this value is? 81 plus 81 by 13. 9x is equal to 81 by 13 means x is equal to 18 by 13. Here 1 by 9 will come. So this gets cancelled. Finally I get the value as 9 by 13. Is that we have got x is equal to 9 by 13 and y is equal to minus 5 by 13 as our solutions. Highlight your answers, underline it, finish the sum like this. We'll move on to the fourth subdivision of question number 1 in exercise 3.4. Ready? Shall we proceed? Yes. Now look at the sum. The first equation is x by 2 plus 2y by 3 minus 1. And the second equation is x minus y by 3 plus is equal to 3. Okay. Now first we have to balance the fractional denominators. Okay. So we have to balance. How do we balance? By taking the LCM. What is the LCM of 2 and 3? It is 6. So I am writing for the first equation and then here I have to multiply by 3 and here 2. So 4y is equal to minus 1. By cross multiplying you will get 3x plus 4y is equal to minus 6. Let me number it as equation 1. Okay. Are you understanding what I have done? I have taken the LCM and brought both the terms to a common denominator. After this, I cross multiplied and 6 goes to the RHS like this. Same kind of change I have to do for the second equation also. So how do I do that? Here the common denominator is 3 I have to choose. So if I choose, I will get 3 here and then it is 3x minus y is equal to 3. By cross multiplication, I will get 3x minus y is equal to 9. Okay, so I will write down here 3x minus y is equal to 9. That is equation 2. Now, can you tell me what is that? LCM of 3 and 3. It is 3. Isn't it? So what is that? We don't have to go for any other number. Just you subtract, the x term will get cancelled. That is the easiest. So I will write 1 minus 2 is equal to, change the sign, I will get 5y. And if I change the sign, this will become 6, that is minus 15. So y is equal to minus 3 is the solution. Are you understanding? If y is equal to minus 3, substitute in any one of these equations, you will get 3x minus of minus 3 is equal to 9. So 3x is equal to, this becomes what? Plus 3. Isn't it? So that plus 3 goes to the other side with a negative sign. You will get 3x is equal to 6. X is equal to 2. So what is the solution? X is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 3, which I will write down as this. Minus 3, underline the answers, and then you write as answers. Is that clear to you? Now, one thing I would like to tell you, till the last session we did these sums by substitution method. Okay, do you remember? After the graphical method of solving, we have moved into substitution method, and we have got, so we are substituting one variable in terms of the other variable. We got finally a linear equation in one variable and solved it. And similarly, in the elimination method also, we are eliminating one variable by taking the LCM. Okay, we are making the terms same. So either by subtraction or addition, we are cancelling one particular variable term completely, so that you get a linear equation in one variable. Correct? So finally, we will proceed to solve. We will get the value of that variable, and by substituting the value into these equations, we get the second variable also. So, do you think that both the methods will give different answers? No. You try in any method, you will get the same answers. That is what we are going to see in the next session. Now, before leaving, I would like to give you a small homework. We have discussed 4 sums of exercise 3.4, question number 1. Correct? These 4 sums I taught you by elimination method. You work out once again in the same method, and also using substitution method also you try to solve these sums. You have to solve it and see you are getting the same answers. Okay, you will be noting that both the solutions will be the same. Okay, are you understanding? That is the homework for today's session. Thank you, children. Wish you all the best.